Hello fashion lovers, guys. Today it is this gown we will be cutting in this video. If it is what you're interested in, keep watching. Like the video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not subscribed. All right, so let's go. Now this is the calculation I'm working with, my measurement. First thing you need to understand, this gown is halter neck cowl neck, halter cowl neck gown. All right, the upper part of it is what we are treating. The down part, you already know it is pencil skirts. Okay, so my shoulder is 16 divided by 2, which gives me 8. My bust is 36 divided by 4, which gives me 9. And my waist is 28 divided by 4, which gives me 7. Half length 16 and bust point 10. All right. Good. So this is the calculation I'll be working with. There is no allowance added to it. And secondly, this particular dress picture, the upper part is a stretchy fabrics. Yes. So you can use a stretchy fabric to make it if you choose to. You can equally use a crepe, chiffon, other fabrics, not thick fabric, all right, to make this dress. All right, now once you have gotten your calculation, the next thing is for us to start marking. So for mine, I'll be making use of this particular black to cut this. Now what kind of black is this? This is Duchess, more like a silk, but it's a Duchess fabric. It has this draping effect. You need to drape at the center, so you have to use fabric that you can easily drape it at the center. So I'm going for this cream fabric. All right, now you all know how I do on this channel. I always go for my pattern paper first before the fabric. All right, so first thing first, the width, I'm checking the width of what I folded. Is giving me about 13. The highest calculation on my measurement, the highest number of my calculation is 9. So therefore it is within my what I need. The length, you already know it is more than the length. All right, so I've checked the vertical, this is the horizontal. So you have to place your tape this horizontal way. All right, then you start marking out. For the cost of this video, I'll be using armhole 9. You can use armhole 8, you can use armhole 9, whichever one you feel is okay for you. But for me, I will be going for armhole 9. All right, that is what I just marked. Now we are trying to indicate the vertical necessary measurement, which is basically just 3. The beginning, which is the shoulder, the next is our armhole, and the third is our half length. That is my half length, 16 and a half. All right, so having indicated the vertical lines, all right, the next thing we need to do is get a rule, and connect it properly like we usually do. Now it is properly connected right now. The next thing is for us to mark our shoulder. You can see this is the unfolded side I'm starting from. I marked my shoulder 8. You will say there is no shoulder. Like I usually do on this video, I like to start from the basics. It makes it more easy for you to understand, and for me equally to be able to explain. So this is my shoulder I marked. This is an halter neck that is a cowl, that has cowl neck at the front, but it is halter cowl neck. Okay, so you need your shoulder. All right, now I've marked my shoulder. Once you have done that, you go ahead and mark your bust measurement. Remember, when we did our calculation, we got 9. All right. Now in this video, if you're working with a stretchy fabrics, just cut accurately your measurement. Do not add anything and don't add any sewing allowance. That was why in my calculation I did not add anything. So I just took the proper measurement here. I did not add anything. So if you're not working with stretchy fabrics, you can go ahead and add 1 inches or 2 inches as your sewing allowance. Okay. Now what I marked now, I assume it to be my sewing allowance. All right. That is if you're using fabric that is not stretchy. Okay. So once you have done that, let's go ahead and give our vertical lines. You can see this is my bust, waist, and shoulder. These are the three basic vertical lines here. Our bust, waist, and shoulder. All right. So once you have done that, you come to the shoulder part. Now what I'm marking right now, it is what goes around the neck. Okay. It's either you go for 2 or 2.5. Don't make it too big so it doesn't affect your armhole. But for the cost of this video, I will be using 2 inches. If you're going for 2 inches, all you need to do, place it the way I did, connect it. If there is sewing allowance, connect it to the sewing allowance. If there is no sewing allowance, just like I'm doing right now, connect it to the original measurement. I told you earlier that this fabric, this style is an halter cowl neck. So therefore, first thing you should do before any other thing is to treat it like an halter neck first. When you treat it like an halter neck, before you start treating it like a cowl neck. So we're starting with an halter neck. Get me? And there is no shoulder slanting, there is no curving on the neck, nothing. Just work with your shoulder, then you cut. Understanding of this style makes it easy for you to cut. This particular style is an halter neck and is a cowl neck. So treating it as an halter neck first, going for it through the halter neck first makes it easy for you to achieve what you're aiming at. All right. So I have cut this. What I have right now is my halter neck. Very simple halter neck top. All right. You can see it very well. Just like I said, you can work with 2. What I marked is 2. The up, you can see where the 2 is. That place you have 2, you can decide it to be 1.5. You can even decide it should be 1. It is your choice. But one thing you should know, if you should make it big, there is wahala. It will be too excess by the armhole. All right. So this is it. By the B you cut, you can see how I'm cutting it. So you see how I just slashed it. Now, first thing, we treated it like an halter neck. The next thing is slash and spread. Spread to wherever you want it to be. But before we are going into the spreading, that is where our bust point comes in. That is where our bust point comes in. Now, if you look at the center of this top, you see the draping went deep. The draping went deep. You can see how it is. Just by the bust point. That is why I took the bust point measurement. Measure your bust point. Where my tape is, what I'm measuring right now is my bust point. If the draping of the cowl neck went deep into your under bust, measure the under bust. If the draping of the cowl neck went so deep to your half length, where I measured right now should be where this 10 is right now, 10.5, all right, should be your half length or your under bust, wherever that draping stops. So, but for the cost of this video, I'm working with bust point. All right, now I would like you to drop on the comment section, do you think this draping on the picture stopped at the bust point or it went more down? Let me know on the comment section if it is bust point or 2 inches after bust point or the under bust. Let me know on the comment section. All right, now once you indicate that 10.5, place it right. You can see how I'm placing it. You can see, use something and hold it, bring it close to the line and pin. You can see how I slashed it open. Now your half length, you can see here, must be the same with the down. All right, you can see how I'm placing it very well. This part right now must be even. It shouldn't go out of the line, because if you watch it on the waist, it is fitted. Okay, the B part of it can go to any length you want it to draw to. It's your choice, but the W part of it has to be straight. It has to be straight and firm. It shouldn't move. All right, so having done this, now I should have gone to my paper, my fabric, to cut this straight, but because I want you to see how it is done on pattern paper before placing it on the fabric, okay, so you cut. All right, cut. You can see how I'm cutting it. Follow it slanted the way it is. Do not give any allowance. Do not give any allowance of any kind. The only part that has allowance on it, it is the upper part, that part that I wrote 10. That is where you can stretch as much as possible you wish to. Okay, the more you stretch, the more it gets deeper. All right, so this is it. All right, you can see how it is. So I'll be taking the first pattern. I do not need this part again. I will be using the new one. So this part no longer needed. Now this is what I'll be using, placing on my fabric. Now for you to fold this fabric, first, the two ways of going about folding of this fabric is, the front is either you double the fabric. This particular one on the picture, the fabric was doubled. Okay, it's either you double the fabric, meaning you fold into 4 at a time, or you fold, all right, the way I'm folding. Now if you watch the way I'm folding, it is not complete. It is folded into 4, but one part of it is not full. Yes, I don't know, this is black. You may not be seeing my folding very well, but this is, you see, that is the full part. Okay, and the other part is full. Before you place this, you get me? Or you make it full, meaning fold into 4 and make it full. Now when you fold into 4, you place it. Please, there is no allowance needed. Accurately, like, and the upper part of it, there shouldn't be any space. Watch my placing very well. There shouldn't be any space at anywhere. It is very important. There should be no spacing. Place it and make sure you're cutting accurately. All right, So like I told you earlier, I am using doll chairs for this. So this is the cotton. All right. This part has been cut. So it's just remaining one. Just cut there. Good. That is the only place you cut. Every other place, do not cut. All right. You can see it very well. You can see. So guys, if you have question, please drop it on the comment section. All right. So we have gotten it on the fabric. We need to check if it is given or not. Remember how I folded it. So when you finish cutting, you open it up, hold it, place it very well. Remember, one part of this is even, one it is not even. You see where I'm placing it. So I'm concentrating on this part that I'm holding now to make sure it is even. Okay, check the other side to place it. You see that? Good. You hold it together. Place it very well. Then, is it giving what is on the picture or not? If it is given, let me know on the comment section. If we still need to, if it is not given, let me know on the comment section. Now, this is this part I'm holding right now. Remember, the back of this dress has straps on it. They attached straps on the neck. Looking at this picture, let me zoom it very well for you. Where my two hands are right now, you can see it. What do you think? Now you can see the back of this dress has straps. These straps is attached. First, you attach the one that will hold it at the back. Okay, this way. You know it's doubled, all right? So when you put it in between, you sew. Okay, then you can either tie it or you don't. You know it's a stretchy fabric, all right? So the strap has to be stretchy. You can just pass it in between. But that is one. Then on the neck, they added a strap. You see, you can add strap right at this 2 inches we used at the halter neck. Open it up and put the strap and sew. I'm zooming this picture very well for you to see what they did. Now, the length of the strap is your choice, how you want it to be able to, tie and go round. These two places is I'm holding my hands is where you add your straps for the tying or your belt or whatever you call it for this effect at the back on the neck. You can see how I zoomed it and you're seeing what they did there. All right. So you already know the down part of it is skirt. Just, cut your normal skirt and join it. And your dress is ready, as beautiful, as easy as it is. Okay, so you can see it very well. This is beautiful. If you have any question, drop it on the comment section. Thank you.